Hello, friends, and welcome back to Mulligan's Island. I'm Dunsey.
And I'm Gags. We had a great day for weather-wise yesterday, Mike. First time in a while we've been able to drive on the golf course.
Unbelievable. It was so much fun to be able to actually go to your ball, especially on the lakes.
Yes, that was fun. Time to review the standings. Not a lot of movement, a little bit at the top. Mike, how did it turn out yesterday?
Well, Florio and Mundros, they won their match 26-14, stretched out their lead. They're up by 16 points now. They're still doing a great job at the top. Great defending champions at this point. Brunk and Miller won their match 27-13 and moved up into second. Bartnicki and Dunn dropped from second to fourth after getting beat by Joy and Keskis. And Johnson and Voorhees lost their match 16-24, but somehow held on to third place. Fourth place now is a tie between us and Baldwin and Hill. Now the next six in the top 10, Paffhausen, Radgens, Gags and Horton, Dozy Morano, Birchler, Kapler, Sinagra, Stella, they are all within 10 points of fourth place, all the way down to 10th place. So it's tight at the top.
It's bunching up. Yeah, it's bunching up. Now, closer to the bottom, a little bit of movement, but not much.
Yep. Joy and Keskis, who beat us, moved up from 21st to 20th, and Bats and Lynn dropped to 21st. On the bottom, still in 22nd place, Bears and Stukel, who lost again 24-16. They're now 21 points back. They have moved in reverse.
Mike, though, let's keep in mind, they should take a lesson from the St. Louis Blues, who were in last place in the entire National Hockey League in January. And they raised the cup yesterday, Mike.
Yes, they did.
Come on, boys.
Let's
Worst
go.
to first. You can do it. Lonet had a few surprises and one or two new names.
Yeah, Fred Brunk led the way yesterday.
Attaboy, Freddie.
32, 3 under par. Good job. Marty Rapson and Doug Ward, who shot the two low scores of the day, also turned in low nets of 33, which was great. And Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll had a low net of 34. Now, the only interesting thing about that is that Pete Carroll is a 24 handicap. I mean, he told me that he hasn't played very well this year.
Oh,
but,
you thinking a little sandbagging?
It could be. You get that handicap up there, all of a sudden start winning matches, and yeah.
Next thing we know, he's going to be collecting money from the Sheeny pool.
And his handicap will be going down if he keeps shooting.
Time for Hacker of the Week. Who do we got, Michael?
Jim Paffhausen.
Wow.
Jim Paffhausen shot a 58 for a low net of 46.
Killing me, Smalls.
That is 11 strokes over par. I know, Chris, you expected to be Hacker of the Week, but you weren't. Paffhausen was even worse than you. Unbelievable.
Come on, Jimmy. You've got this. Let's start off with the Sheeny pool.
That's where all the money gets paid out.
It's show me the money time.
As usual, most of the money ends up going to Eldon Johnson. Again, Eldon gets a skin, a Sheeny pool skin, on number 4, worth another $60. Eldon should be sharing the wealth, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, occasional sponsorship of maybe a beer for a few of the fellas.
Wouldn't it be nice if my pitcher kind of filled up once in a while?
Yeah. Don't just, grab the cash and dash. Hang out.
Seems to be his mode of operation there.
The rich get richer. How about who was else on that list?
Speaking of the rich getting richer, 3 rich guys, Jeff Horton, Bob Waite, and Doug Ward, decided that they would go in and purchase players who did not get into the Sheeny pool, like Ron Boss.
Yes, and how'd that turn out for Ron yesterday?
Ron got a skin on number 9 worth $75, which, Ron, unfortunately you didn't get in, so you don't get the money. Your sponsors do, so $25 each to Horton, Waite, and Ward. The rich get richer.
Rich get richer. Mike, it's time to give a shout out to one of our great friends and great golfers in our league.
Jack Krucher. Jack, we understand you're having some health issues. We just want you to know that we wish you a speedy recovery, and we hope to see you back before the end of the year.
Get back soon.
Get well.
All right, so match today, no cart path only.
Giving a lot of strokes.
You're giving a lot of strokes today?
Feeling like a low handicapper today. Playing the Daves.
Oh, you got the Daves
So
today.
I'm giving Shaft 11 strokes.
Yes, you are. I get stroke a hole. It's easy. No major math happening here.
Mark, your reply to that?
No.
We have a real dilemma on our hands this week. You want to explain?
Well, I was chipping out of this really deep grass on the side of the green. I grabbed my 60-degree wedge, and I took an enormous hack at it. Bladed it like I always do. It screamed over the green, clanked off my cart, and bounced onto the fringe. I said, whoa, how about that? But you said, not so fast, good sir. I'm pretty sure it's a penalty to hit your cart. I think that's classified as equipment. Ruh-roh. Is my playing partner correct?
We'll be back in a little while to get the answer. Okay, boys. Time for the fake news segment of the week and an apology. Mike, what you got?
Last week, in speaking about the accomplishments of Larry English, I twice called him Ron English. His name is not Ron, his name is Larry. That was fake news, and I'm sorry, Larry, for that mistake. I'll try not to make it again.
After pulling a farmer over for speeding, the state trooper started to lecture him about his speed, pompously implying that the farmer didn't know any better and trying to make him feel as uncomfortable as possible. He finally started writing out the ticket, but had to keep swatting at some flies buzzing around his head. The farmer, having some problems with the circle flies, are you? The trooper paused and says, well, yes, if that's what they are. I've never heard of circle flies. The farmer was pleased to enlighten the cop. Circle flies are common on farms. They're called circle flies because you almost always find them circling the back end of a horse. Trooper continues writing his ticket. Then he says, hey, are you trying to call me a horse's behind? Oh, no, officer, the farmer replies. I have too much respect for law enforcement and police officers for that. That's a good thing, the officer says rudely, and then goes back to writing the ticket. After a long pause, the farmer added, hard to fool them flies, though.
So, bouncing off the cart, is that a penalty?
Good news, Mike. Because you hit the cart on accident, you're ready to roll without a penalty. Saved by Rule 11.1. You step up to the ball, put a perfect strike on it, and record a very fortuitous par. Boom! Just the way you didn't draw it up. Once again, we've uncovered another incident of fake news. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, well, last week, again, we talked about Jimmy Van Horn, and he being upset after shooting a great round and losing to Eldon Johnson. So it turns out he wasn't upset about losing to Eldon. What he's upset about is he didn't know he was playing Eldon. He thought he was playing Rusty, and he thought he won 17-3. So after having a great round, taking 17 points, the computer does its thing, Sarabian didn't show up, moves Jimmy versus Eldon, and all of a sudden Jimmy loses a match. I guess he kind of has a right to be a little upset.
That was an uh-oh moment right there.
That was an uh-oh moment.
JVH4, after feeling down, decided he needed to pick himself up a little bit, and he went shopping, didn't he, Mike?
He did. He bought a new outfit. New shirt, new pants, looked like they came off the same rack.
What does that classify as?
That's kind of like Garanimals. You just match the colors on the tags,
Right.
and then you get it. He's so happy with his outfit.
Right, women's section.
Women's section, I think.
But-
I also know that he's bought a size 36 shorts, and there's a story behind that, too.
He mentioned that in high school he was a 32 and should have no problem getting back to a 32, but his weight loss plans are a little sketchy. Mike, what's on his menu?
Well, according to Jimmy, he doesn't really need to diet. All he needs to do is hope.
Yeah,
He just hopes the weight is going to go away.
Yeah, hope diet.
You can see it's helped me a lot. I've been hoping to lose this for a long time.
Yeah.
We've got 12, what did I say? $12 shorts, right? $12, that's value right now. Value.
Nice.
$18 shirt,
Nice.
$30 outfit. Just find it at Target. Got to be the right size though. These is large 36s. I'm getting a little big these days. But we'll be back down to a 32 in no time.
Boy, oh boy. I think we had another beatdown of the week.
Well, we did. And Tim Joy and Doc Keskis, who were the victims of the beatdown of the week for the last 2 weeks,
True story.
jumped up and did the beatdown of the week on me and my partner, Chris Bartnicki. They beat us really badly. We didn't play well, but they did. And deservedly, we were the victims of the beatdown of the week. Congratulations.
Well, Mike, one other side note. If you were to add up your score and Chris's score, what would that number...
Carry the one.
Ding.
106.
So you only played 9 holes, or did you play a few more?
Just 9.
Just 9.
106 strokes between us. Hard to win a match when that happens. Matter of fact, Joy and Keskis beat us for the first time this year. The first loss we've had the entire season. So, congrats, guys.
As we know, the weather was awesome yesterday.
It was.
It was a great day to maybe open the garage door and bring out a few toys. Mike, what happened yesterday in the parking lot,
Well, what I understand is Warren Musson
Good Warren.
brought his shiny white T-Bird with a hardtop to the golf course yesterday. Beautiful car, had the hardtop on. Apparently there were some nice young ladies admiring the car, and they told him, you know, you should have your top down. And Warren cleverly replied, it's always better with your top down.
You didn't. Warren, be careful. After a great day on the lakes with our friends, it's time to kick back in the lounge and have a few beverages and something to eat, which you thought you saw something a little odd yesterday, but...
Well, Pathausen and Radgens came in, sat down across the table from me, and we're talking, and they're doing this, doing that. They order food. The waitress comes with 2 plates. She brings a half a hamburger on each plate, like 5 tater tots on each plate, half of a coleslaw on each plate. It's like, what's up, guys? And they said, well, we're trying to watch our waistlines, so we split a hamburger, which everybody thought was so precious.
It was a precious moment. One of those that you really wish we'd have had video of it, but we didn't. Hope you enjoyed Mulligan's Island this week. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Golf Group 2019. I'm Gags.
And I'm Dunsey, and we're done. And for Golf Tip of the Week, I turn it over to Jim.
From our late friend Barry Cofield, the success of keeping your shoes clean is hitting the ball in the fairway. Miss you, Barry. Stay tuned for more Mulligan's Island.
And good night, John Felino.